Hey, good afternoon. This is Christine Regan Lake. Welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to you about the mirror effect. So what's really interesting about our interpersonal relationships, whether it's an intimate relationship or a relationship with your parents, your friends, your coworkers, what have you, relationships are relationships. So the interesting thing about the mirror effect is that you will find that you're in a connection with someone and then you may discover that they betrayed you in some way or they lied to you in some way. And, that's always very devastating, of course, because, we trust, we open up our heart, we open up our sphere of influence to people, we invite them into our little inner circle, and then for whatever reason, they betrayed that trust. But the important thing to understand about the mirror effect is this. If you're in a connection with someone and you have found out that they lied to you, at that point, what you do is you need to pause, take a good hard look in the mirror, and ask yourself, where am I lying to myself? Where have I been lying to myself in my life, whether in connection with this relationship, whether that meant that you were lying to yourself because you saw red flags and you chose to ignore them, because you just simply didn't want to give up the connection. There were parts of this connection that worked for you, either a job, a boss, a friend, what have you. So someone lies to you, take a good hard look in the mirror and say, where am I lying to myself? Someone betrays you and stabs you in the back. Where have you been betraying yourself? Where have you been betraying your values? Things like that. Because the reality is that these lessons come forward to us. They reflect back to us where we are out of alignment with who we are, what we believe, what is our core values. And when we are violating our core values, that is self-harm. And so really these relationships, these opportunities are opportunities for us to learn and grow and to choose anew and to say, okay, so this is pretty ugly. I'm going to look in the mirror and I'm going to look at every area of my life, every way in which I've ever lied to myself about anything. And then you can either choose to accept that and continue to allow yourself to violate your values and to have your boundaries violated by people who dishonor you, or you can choose anew and you can say, you know what, I'm ready to own this. I'm ready to acknowledge that I was self-sabotaging, that I was out of alignment with, integrity with myself, and to release that friendship, release that job, release that intimate partnership, and set a new standard. Use that opportunity. First of all, forgive yourself, forgive them, because you don't want to hold on to angers and resentments. So forgive them, forgive yourself, and then choose anew. Set a new standard and say, okay, from this moment forward, there's a new line in the sand, and I am never going to lie to myself again. When something isn't right, I'm going to own it. If something is out of alignment with who I am, I'm going to own it, even if that road means it's a harder walk, it's a lonelier walk. It is what it is, right? Because the reality is that when we take shortcuts, meaning that we engage in behavior that truly goes against the core of who we are and what our true values are, in the end, it really does hurt ourselves. It's like a soul wound, because we want to be integrity. Like to walk in the sun, to walk in strength is to walk in alignment. When you walk every step of every day in alignment with your values, when you force yourself to hold to that standard of what your true soul values are, that's a path that does not have the suffering that we have when we violate our values. When we violate our values, we are causing self-harm, we are causing self-pain. But a lot of times we don't realize that we're doing it, and part of that is the whole know thyself. I say this over and over and over again, know thyself. The reason you know thyself, the reason to take that journey is because if you want a life filled with joy and peace and soul contentment, you must walk in alignment with who you are at your core. And whenever you violate your soul core values, you're going to suffer. And more than likely other people will as well, because, you know, it's just a toxic connection that isn't really working. So anyway, I hope you found value in that. I hope that you got some small distinction that might prove valuable for you. So I hope you have an amazing day. Enjoy your weekend, and I look forward to chatting again soon. Thanks. Bye.